Once upon a time, there lived a poor woodcutter and his wife. They had 2 children named Hansel and Gretel. Times were hard, and the family struggled to make ends meet. One day, the woodcutter's wife came up with a plan to abandon the children in the forest so they would not be a burden on the family. The children overheard their parents' conversation and came up with a plan of their own. Hansel collected white pebbles and dropped them along the way as they were being led into the forest. Later that night, they followed the pebbles back home and slept in their own beds. The next day, the woodcutter's wife took the children further into the forest and left them there. But this time, Hansel had no pebbles to leave a trail. The children soon found themselves lost in the woods, and they stumbled upon a beautiful gingerbread house. As they approached the house, they saw that it was made entirely of candy, and they couldn't resist the temptation to taste it. Suddenly, an old witch appeared and invited them inside, promising them a feast. But the witch was not kind. She locked Hansel in a cage and forced Gretel to do all the work around the house. Days turned into weeks, and Hansel grew fatter and fatter as the witch fed him plenty of food. Gretel, however, devised a plan to rescue her brother. She convinced the witch to show her how to light the oven, claiming that she was too small and didn't know how. Once the witch was inside, Gretel pushed her in and locked the oven door. Hansel and Gretel then found their way back home, where they were greeted by their overjoyed father. They showed him the treasure they had found in the witch's house, and they all lived happily ever after. The story of Hansel and Gretel teaches us the importance of family, loyalty, and perseverance. It also reminds us that greed and selfishness can have dire consequences and that we must always be cautious when making decisions.